Keep your head towards the sunshine and let the shadows fall behind. A very heartiest and warm morning to everyone present here. I, Advait Shukla, with my co-anchor Shruti Sharma, welcome you all to the first international conference on emerging threats to cybercrime and cybersecurity's ways forward.
We're extremely delighted by the gracious presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General V.K. Sharma, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, MIT University, Madhya Pradesh, keynote address speakers Dr. Rakesh Chabra, former Special Secretary, Government of UP Lucknow, and special address speaker Mr. Jivesh Jha, Judicial Officer, Dhanush District, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. M.P. Kaushik, Deputy Pro Vice Chancellor, Anil Vashist, registrars, dean, all the HOIs, HODs, faculty members, along with the intellectual and worthy participants from all around the globe, and dearest audience. It's been immense pleasure to have you all as a part of this competition.
जनरल साहब जिवेश झा को कहिए वो माइक म्यूट कर ले बिकॉज़ वो बैकग्राउंड वॉइस आ रही है इनके यहाँ. ओके, थैंक यू. ही हैज डन इट नाउ. थैंक यू.
Inspiration comes from within yourself. One has to be positive. When you are positive, good things happen. Now, I would like to invite all the dignitaries to kindly light the lamp before Ma Saraswati.
Sound is muted. I'm in a meeting, I can't talk now.
Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success, and as a result, greatness will always follow. People begin to become successful the minute they decide to. Lieutenant General V.K. Sharma, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, is an alumnus of erstwhile King George School, now called the Military School, located at Chel, Shimla. He joined the boarding school at the age of 10 years and passed his All India Higher Secondary examination in 1968. Thereafter, he joined the prestigious National Defence Academy and passed out as a permanent commissioned Army officer from Indian Military Academy in 1972. He was granted the President's Commission in the Corps of Signals of the Indian Army, which he served with the distinction for almost 40 years. During his service, he held several command and staff appointments and participated in Operation Raksha and Operation Vijay during Kargil War. He also served for almost 7 years in the Jammu and Kashmir Valley, Srinagar, in the ranks of Captain, Colonel, and Brigadier. I would like to call upon our respected Vice Chancellor to address us all with his valuable words of wisdom. Please, sir.
Good morning to you all. Respected Dr. Rakesh Chandra, the former Special Secretary Home, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Jivesh Jha, the Judicial Officer, Dhanusha District Court, Janakpur, Nepal, Professor Dr. M.P. Kaushik, the Pro Vice Chancellor, Major General Rajendra Kumar, the Director of MIT Law School, Dr. Rakesh Singh Chauhan, the HOD of Law School, all the faculty members, HODs who are attending this webinar, and all the participants who have logged on today to listen to us. The topic for today's webinar regarding emerging threats of cybersecurity, cyber crimes and cybersecurity ways forward is very apt because today we all know how many frauds are taking place, how many bank accounts are being hacked, how many people are being blackmailed, how many people are being trolled, and how many people are getting threatened, and how many people are even being forced to commit suicides to the extreme end, where there are games which readily trap you and force you to do all the things which you would not have done in your normal life. The cases which emerge or which are reported are minuscule as compared to cases which are actually happening. Sometimes out of fear or out of loss of reputation or for fear of getting ridiculed or by fear of letting people know that how stupid you are, generally the matters are not reported. And sometimes people do not know where to report. They do not know what to do in case they have been tricked. They do not know what are the laws. They do not know all these things. The ignorance, therefore, also leads to non-action, and they just lump it and wait and hope that nothing will happen. Spurious emails are being received by thousands of persons. Spurious offers are being made. Spurious calls are being received. All this is happening because of the wide availability of internet today to everyone, and also because of the fact that the data is the cheapest in India as compared to any other place in the world. So therefore, it is very easy to trap innocent persons into such like activities. Now, there are laws which people don't know, like even sending a threatening message by email that I will have you or I'll have you sorted out, or I will see you later and I'll make sure that you don't exist. Such like messages even, they are all punishable under section 503 of Indian Penal Code. Even email. Sending derogatory message through emails is also punishable under section 499 of Indian Penal Code. Forgery and electronic records manipulation is also punishable under section 463 of IPC. Launching of bogus or fake websites, cyber frauds, all these are punishable under section 420 of IPC. So now there are basically 5 types of cyber crimes which are happening in our country. And in that order of priority, the first one is the phishing scams. Now, phishing, what exactly is phishing? Phishing is something like phishing. That means they throw a bait at you through email or through a link or through an offer which seems too lucrative. You click on a particular link and there all your personal details, all your information gets stolen. It gives you, that link is made in such a way that it authorizes the banks to give all information. So you get trapped. We get numerous emails that you have won a lottery worth so many lakhs, millions of dollars, or there's somebody in foreign who says that I'm about to die and I'm suffering from a very typical disease and I want to transfer my assets to you. Please click on so-and-so link and give your information, and you get trapped. That is what it is. Even in invoice sending for a payment you are not made, they will send you, please make the payment by so-and-so, otherwise a police report will be lodged against you. So you get pressurized. You want to prevent that, so therefore you click on that invoice just to see what the hell it is, and you find that you are trapped. A lot of information has been taken from you. Sharing of passwords for things which you have not done, and you share that password, you get trapped. Next is website spoofing. Now that is spoiling of the website. The original website is something else, and they clone a website which will be something else. The information which you feed into the cloned website will trap you and they will take out the data from you. Ransomware, malware, you all know the number of ransomwares have been more so in systems which can be shut down. The power grid of Ukraine was attacked. The air conditioning system in USA was attacked. In Germany, the train system was attacked. So such like things are also happening. And of course, malware and IoT hacking is also happening. So the cybercrime, the first cybercrime was detected way back in 1992. So it is not that recent a thing which is happening. And now let us see what we should do in case you get trapped. First of all, we all must know that there's something called National Cybercrime Forensic Lab, which is called NCFL ecosystem, which controls cyber crimes in India. So, and also there is another agency which is called under Ministry of Home Affairs. It is Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, which is also called I4C. And this acts as a nodal agency against all cyber crimes. You can also log on to www.cybercrime.gov.in, and which will take you to this particular Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, and the complaint can be lodged there about whatever has happened. And the action will get taken, and they will try and track the culprits. Also, in every city and every district, there are cybercrime centers of the police which have been established, where you can physically go and report. The money getting deducted from your credit cards or from your debit cards for a transaction which you have not done is also possible. So there, if you report within a reasonable period of time, say within 24 hours, it is possible that you get the money reverted back. Another advice is for all transactions which are international or online, try and use the credit card instead of the debit card. Because in debit card, the money gets drawn immediately. In case of a credit card, the money gets drawn from your bank after some time, and it is more easy to, the investigators get more time in case of a credit card rather than a debit card, because in debit card, the money is already instantaneously gets debited. Now, some crimes which are there are something called social engineering. Now, social engineering means on your social engineering sites, people try and either trick you to believe something. Like you get an email from your friend that I am in USA, I am stuck here, I've got no money, all my purse, everything, passport has been stolen. Kindly help me out by sending me, say, 2,000 rupees in so-and-so account. Now you think my friend is in trouble, I must help, and you try to send the money immediately, and that friend is not in trouble actually. Actually, it is his email which has been hacked, or it is his Facebook account or Twitter account or handle has been hacked, and from there, these all messages come to you. But whereas if you recall that person, he will say, no, I'm quite fine, nothing wrong with me, please do not take any action. But if in a hurry you start sending money, then you lose that money to somebody else. So how to prevent? Basically, I'll tell you a few steps, because there are experts sitting here who will be talking on that more than what I know. Firstly, keep your operating system of the computer and keep all the apps updated. Because all the apps today take into account the latest types of scams which are happening, and they will guide you and they will warn you in case you are falling astray or you are falling in a trap. So keeping the software updated and all the apps updated will also help. Then use antivirus wherever it is there in all computers, and in the systems at the institutional level, use firewalls, which is very essential. Do not click on suspicious websites or on suspicious links which are coming from an unknown source. because they can extract the data or they can trap you. Passwords are required only when you want to transmit data or transmit your funds. No password is required for receiving money. They will tell you, I got huge amount to deposit in your account. Please tell me the password. You tell, instead of depositing, they will take out the amount from your account. So that thing needs to be known to all. And of course, password is the most important component that we have with us. The password should not be shared with anyone at any point of time. The password should be strong enough, and the password should be rotated as per time, or this should be renewed, maybe on weekly or monthly basis, periodically. And you should have a system of keeping these passwords written, maybe in your notebook or somewhere in a confidential place, which is known only to you. And of course, last but not the least, report immediately. Whatever is happening, if you report in time, chances are that the money will get reverted back to you. But if you delay, then nothing can be done. And last, final thing, what I want to say, keep an alert, be alert on the transaction messages which you get from the banks. Sometimes we just don't see them, because suddenly you'll find that money has vanished from your bank. If you see your message after 2 days, by that time it will be too late. So this is what it is. It's a problem which is being faced, which is very real in the world. And with growing speeds, with growing availability of bandwidth, with growing availability of data in the hinterland and villages, these crimes will increase furthermore. And particularly in a country like India, where some of the people have got enough time to do all that, this is very likely that any one of us can fall into trap. So please listen carefully to what the experts have to speak on this, and let us make sure that we do not get trapped, and we can educate others also not to get trapped. So thank you very much, and welcome once again to the experts here, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Run your race, not just to win, but also to learn from it.
Dr. Rakesh Chandra pursued his Bachelor of Laws and Masters in Art from Lucknow University. He then did his Masters in Law from Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Lucknow, and further pursued his PhD in Law from Lucknow University. Sir also holds postgraduate diploma in Agricultural Extension Management from National Institute of Agricultural Extension Management, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. Sir also holds postgraduate diploma in Agricultural Extension Management from National Institute of Agricultural Extension Management, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. Sir did PCS Phase 5 training from Duke Center for International Development from Duke University, Durham, North Carolina, USA. In addition to it, he then did his post-graduation diploma in Ecology and Environment from Indian Institute of Ecology and Environment, New Delhi. Sir then was in Provincial Civil Service, Uttar Pradesh, batch 1981. Sir superannuated in 2015 as Special Secretary, Home Government of UP Lucknow. Sir published books, which includes collection of English poems, several Hindi books, law books such as Right to Privacy in India with reference to informational technology era. And I request Dr. Rakesh Chandra to address us all with his valuable words of wisdom. Please, sir.
Thank you so much, Vachika ji. I feel privileged at this moment to get an opportunity to interact with my young friends on 2 counts. First, this is a forum of a very prestigious university, the MIT University. And second, that is more thrilling to me to speak in presence of 2 generals of Indian Army, Lieutenant General V.K. Sharma, AVSM, and Major General Rajinder Kumar. And personally, I feel whenever I get an opportunity to be in presence of even a Jawan of Indian Army, I always feel to be a proud Indian. So this is my very, very precious moment to speak before such dignitaries and all the other respected dignitaries of the MIT University Law Faculty and our respected experts. The topic is very timely and very, genuine one. To start with, I would say that neither Robert J. Oppenheimer, the father of atom bomb, nor Sir Alfred Nobel, who discovered dynamite, or a Russian gentleman Kalashnikov, who developed this AK-65 rifles, and many others. They never thought that their inventions would go in such a, atrocious manner. This is the, tragedy of the scientific inventions, that they begin with good intentions, but they are converted into obnoxious material or obnoxious ideology. And ultimately, the humanity suffers a lot. That is how this social media and internet media has turned into this ugly shape. A new branch of crime, that is known as cyber crime, has developed due to overtures of these unscrupulous elements. I tell you, I listed this by example. In 2004, Mark Zuckerberg and his 4 or 5 friends, they were studying at Harvard University. They developed this Facebook just to communicate with the university officials, university functionaries, and to tell their day-to-day problems. From 2004 to 2023, during these years, Facebook has become a very, very real weapon in the hands of unscrupulous persons, antisocial persons. The tool which was invented for the social interaction, for the good of the people, has become, a real weapon in the real sense. In so much so that even a report of the last year, in 2021, Facebook is now known as Meta. The internal committee report told that many women are shunning Facebook just because of lack of privacy and safety. And the most, galling content was the nudity on the Facebook, platform. The spread of nudity, the spread of crimes against women, like cyberbullying, cyber stalking, and other things, have developed in such a dimension that really women are keeping away from this prestigious platform. So this is the extent which the social media has done in a harmful manner to the gullible people, to the simple people all over the world. This is the case with the whole internet media, where the social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other things. And then there are some other like e-commerce sites, there's AI-enabled sites, and the latest one is the lending apps, on digital lending apps, and even dating sites. All kind of things, new things are coming up daily. So this is not limited to the 5 or 6 social media platforms, but to the whole internet media, where something new is coming up daily. You must have heard the case of TikTok. Few ladies, girls committed suicide. And this is a common news. Every few days, you find such things happening, covered by the social media, covered by the digital media, as well as in the newspaper print media. So this is the enormity of the crime. And one during 2020, 21, and even 22, a new thing happened which shook the world. That was the hacking. Hacking in the form of ransomware. These are all malwares, ransomware and few others. And you see very recently, you must have heard the incident at AIMS Hospital, the most prestigious hospitals in India. Almost for a month, the whole functioning of the AIMS was paralyzed due to this hacking, this attack of some malware. So this is a, you see, very, very dangerous phenomena, which is coming up in the form of hacking. So cyberbullying is another thing which is troubling us, and cyber stalking, it has grown up like anything during the 5 or 10 years. As soon, you see, it is in the proportion of popularity of the platforms, as well as its reach of the platform. You must be rather surprised to know that in 2004, there were only few people who were subscriber to the Facebook. Now, at present, there are over 3 billion users of Facebook. Just think of it. If I want to damage a person fully, if I develop links all over the world, more than 3 billion people may be able to know my weak points, my, you see, my picture, my mock picture, my character assassination, anything. So that is the reach of social media. That is why these crimes are more enormous than what the crimes are described in the Indian Penal Code. First thing. Now, as Vice Chancellor Saab has very well summarized what you can do in to deal with this, these crimes and situations. Now, I further do not need, I think there's no need to further elaborate on that. He has done very well. Now, I will talk to you some other aspects of the problem. First thing is that to cover the cyber crimes, the only act is Information Technology Act 2000. IPC is always there, but for these crimes, there is a separate act. But that act is 22 years old. First thing, and technology has advanced much faster than it could be incorporated in the act itself. But there are section 66, 67A, then 69A, then 72A, and then 43A. Few sections are there which cover all these crimes. But since technology is going faster, the means are, you see, much refined. The gadgets are too refined. So sometimes it is not easy for the even police to detect the crimes and to nip in the bud the happening of such crimes. So government has come up with a new legislation. They have, you see, amended a rule which is known as Information Technology Intermediate Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules, which is known as, popularly known as IT Rules 2021. So there is other way also, because this is correct that one should be more cautious, but it is not possible that we become very, very cautious, extremely cautious, because by doing so, the normal course of life will be disturbed. So what the government is doing, this is also a, you see, big factor. So they have come up with another thing, another idea. This idea stems from the European Union's DSA, Digital Services Act, which has come up in February itself. And they have made very, very strict online content rules. So on the lines of that, and moreover in our experience in India and consultation with experts, they have come up with these rules. These rules pinpoint or put an obligation, a strict obligation on the intermediaries. Intermediaries are the main, you see, functionary of this whole system, because anything which you upload on any social media platform, on any digital platform to be precise, it should be uploaded by the intermediate, because he had the resource, the computer resource, or the laptop resource, or the, you see, mobile resource, anything. He holds the key. If he checks the content, and moreover, sometimes he is not able to you see the content what has been uploaded. He can report it to the functionaries, but that was not being done because intermediaries had the you see sort of a they were least disturbed because of a rule of law, this you see IT rule that is called safe harbor immunity. So only government wanted that if you go by our due diligence procedure, you will be awarded in this safe harbor immunity. That means you will not be punished under section 79 of the IT Act. So everybody was, you see, doing it in a leisurely way, feeling that they owe no responsibility. So that was the, you see, a lacuna in the previous rules of 2011, which were, you see, fine-tuned in rules 2021. Now, they have given more onerous responsibility. That they will be held responsible. Their punishments have also been there. Now, there are a few other things government has done. One, every social media platform will appoint a, you see, a grievance officer. Grievance officer, if you, the role of grievance officer is that if any user puts a complaint on this forum to grievance officer, he will within 24 hours, he will take cognizance of it, and within 15 days, he will come up with some results after due investigation. So grievance officer was not there. Now there is forum that any user can put his complaint of any kind, whether it is financial crime, whether it is gender-related crime, or any kind of, you see, this lending apps crime, anything. You can put your complaint before the grievance officer, who will, after receiving the complaint within 24 hours, he will investigate the matter and come up with some result within 15 days. Moreover, they have developed a separate category. There's social media, you see, platforms. So they have put up another category, significant social media platforms. That means the forums, the platforms which have more than 45 lakhs of users. There, they have also come up with chief compliance officer and a 24/7 nodal contact officer who will be in touch with the law enforcement authorities, and he will apprise them what is going on in the investigation process. So these additions will certainly help in at least you see investigating the crime and bringing the, you see, culprits to books. Now there are some glitches also, like social media platform WhatsApp. They say that they have got their end-to-end encryption. That means who initiated, who originated the, you see, content. It is very difficult to know because all the messages are encrypted. But their negotiations are going on, and in near future, I think that these things will be also, you see, solved, and culprits on the, this so this social media platform, including WhatsApp, will be brought to book of, and they will be punished under law. But but by other, you see, social media platform, there is no hitch, and many almost all the big social media companies have appointed grievance officer, have appointed chief compliance officer, a nodal contact person who is in touch with the government authorities. Now, chief compliance officer will, you see, come up with a monthly report of what action has been taken by the platform against the persons who have tried to, due persons who have tried to, you see, criminalize the pictures or other things. So there is a, you see, a much wanted this reform or this step, because the government has put up the fixed up responsibility on the intermediaries, who are the main, you see, players in this whole process. if intermediaries doesn't, you see, I should not say doesn't, if he sees anything obnoxious uploaded on the platform, he can immediately ask him to remove, which is called as deplatforming. He may call him to you see, content moderation. If this is very harsh, he can ask them to moderate the content and for data protection, for all these things. So he has the power now, and if he doesn't come, if the person who has uploaded the content doesn't comply with this remark, then there are officers. Now, government has recently come up with a grievance redressal committee, a committee of 3 persons, one from the senior government official and 2 persons experts from the field. If a user is not satisfied with the findings of the grievance officer, he can come up before this committee. So one more, you see, forum has been given to the users, and now there is provision in the code of this rules 2021. You see, appointment of regulator. You see, regulator is the main, all in all. In USA, regulators are there because regulator is a person who is the ultimate authority before going to court. So regulators are not there in any system in India, but now they will going to appoint a regulator also, who will overall, you see the things and evaluate the things and put up the ways to ameliorate the things. So regulator, whenever the regulator will be appointed, things will be more streamlined. So on these lines, they are coming and they are working at. And one good thing is that Information Technology Act 2000, it is going a complete overhaul, and the government has come up with a new Digital India bill, and in this very month, it is to be circulated for public consultation. So I urge all the listeners to go through this whenever it is placed for public consultation. Go through the provisions of it and suggest if you have got some measures, some you say new thinking. You can put up your suggestions also. So after due consultation, its scope is very wide. It will cover almost everything, all type of cyber crimes, and including taking care of the latest technology also. So you can use this forum also, because there are 2 aspects of the problem. One is the legal aspect. There must be some robust laws. In India, there is no data protection law yet. So, and moreover, there is no robust law on the cyber crimes. Information Technology Act is very weak in that sense, because the maximum punishment is from 3 years imprisonment to 10 lakh fines. So that is, in my view, that is a meager punishment. But in Digital India Bill, it's also being taken care of. So one is legal aspect, another is what as a you see as a citizen, you as an aware citizen, what you can do to stave off the problem. So whenever both the things will you see come up in unison, only then this trend of the growing trend of this, you see, obnoxious trend of cyber crimes could be stopped. Now, one or 2 things I will also like to share, that in India, this year in 2022, 53,000 cases of cyber crimes were reported, 53,000. And it was a 6% increase from 2021. Just imagine, in 2016, there were only 12,000 cases. And in a span of 6 years, it almost rose to 5 times. See, a few more than 12,000 and 60,000. Instead of there, 53,000, almost 5 times good. And out of 53,000, 14,000 FIRs were registered. In 2021, 10,000 FIRs were registered, and 2020, only 6,000 FIRs were registered. That shows the gap, because still we are not going to thanas or the police authorities for reporting our crimes. In UP, where I belong, there are cyber thanas in almost all the states and cyber cells in all thanas. So in UP, much has been done to contain the cyber crime, and at least there you can report your you see incident, whatever has happened to you, and the process starts. It is not material that it may take so many time, much longer time, or in shorter time, because the technology they are using, the methods they are using, just amazing. Every day you find something new is happening. Just imagine a small and rickety village in Jharkhand, which is a tribal area, Jamtara. The whole village is indulged in, you see, duping other people, and they are evolving new means. So it is very difficult for the police to chase them, but the beginning has been made. Now, if your case is reported in the cyber cells of any thana or in the cyber thanas itself, then it will be taken care of. Maybe it may take longer years, but case will be solved to its final extent. That is for sure. So I think most of the states are doing this. They are opening this cyber thana, their cyber cells, because cyber crime has got more, you see, ominous dimensions than the normal crime. Everybody is you know, in a fix how to deal with this cyber crimes, whether in the form of being duped of money, or any girls and ladies are most vulnerable, even children, from cyberbullying. All kind of new offenses are coming up daily, and so many. VC sir very rightly pointed out these games. You must be remembering the games of this Blue Hill, then Sarara, and now the PUBG. So many children committed suicide because of the ominous pressure that these games exerted on the player. So these are the, you see, dimensions of cybercrime. We should one last, you see, dimension is the role of cybercrimes in regard to terrorism. Our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, has very rightly said that these social media platforms are becoming a toolkit of terrorism. Exactly. You see, there happened for 84 shutdowns in 2022, internet shutdowns, and most of them, 49 were in Jammu and Kashmir, which is terrorist infected area, and 12 in Rajasthan. So this is the case of all over the world, even Syria, Iraq, and other places also. This social media platforms or internet media platforms are becoming an easy access to commit terrorism related crimes. So dimension of the, you see, cyber crimes is not confined to mere duping someone of his money, or putting a morph picture of a woman, or you see, intimidating children in the form of cyberbullying, or cyber stalking someone. Its dimension is increasing day by day. You see, the new, this shadi.com, not to say shadi.com, but this apps of making matches and other lending apps. You see, these are the newest form of cyber crimes. So they are, this always happens. If a law comes, then the breakers of law, they run faster than the race of, or the speed of the law. So they are always ahead, and what is required by from the lawmakers and the police authorities to come even faster, to run even faster than these unscrupulous people. So one good thing is that you see, you can beat this technology by technology. For example, if there are, you see, hackers of, you see, whose only aim who committed ransomware and all these things. In contrast to them, there are ethical hackers also, and they are very helpful in solving the problems. They help the police, they help the authorities. So you can beat technology by technology, but you have to trust, you have to develop, you have to place trust on these ethical hackers, on these good Samaritans who are well versed in technology. If government takes help of these people more and more, I think there is no doubt that this crime will be contained to to much extent. And moreover, one last thing is that any I would repeat VC Sir's exhortation that one, as a citizen, we must be aware of what is going on in the field of technology, in the field of cyber world, because if you are not aware of the latest happenings in the world, we will always be vulnerable to these unscrupulous fellows, and result will be that sometimes you don't get your money back, sometimes you don't get back your tarnished image or the character assassination. It becomes too late. So first things first is that whenever you come across such an incident, go and report to the grievance officer of any social media platform, to the cyber cell of any thana or to the cyber thanas. Don't sit in your armchair on your house. That is the ideal thing. So with these words, I would like to conclude by once more extending my thanks to all the faculty members and the conveners of this prestigious conference. And I think these kind of, exchange of ideas, they culminate in better world. With all the best wishes, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Steadiness is the key to success.
Sir Jivesh Jha is a judicial officer at Dhanusha District Court, Janakpur, Nepal. Sir Thomas pursued his bachelor in media studies from Kathmandu University, Nepal, with specialization in communication and media research. His project works included The Demand of Mithila State and One Madhesh, One Province in Broadchi dailies of Kathmandu and local dailies of Janakpur. An analysis and the main modules of Sir's works included communication theories, media culture and society, text and audience, and journalism. Southern went ahead to pursue his Bachelor's of Law from Uttarakhand Technical University, Dehradun, India, and specialized in constitutional and criminal laws. So his project works include moot courts and his main modules includes IPC, constitutional laws, CRPC, international law, human right, company law, interpretation of statutes, and labor law. So his quest for knowledge further took him to pursue Masters of Law in Constitutional and Administrative Laws from Uttaranchal University, Dehradun, where Sir presented his dissertation on the topic The Progressive and Regressive Features of the Constitution of Nepal, a study with special reference to the Constitution of India. The modules which he took included independency of judiciary, social inclusion in law, rights of women and vulnerable groups, fundamental rights, federalism, rule of law, and basic structure of the Constitution. After finishing his studies, Sir took up the position of junior correspondent in Republica Daily from 10th July 2013 up to 5 February 2014, where he covered all the aspects of Madhesh ranging from social inclusion, development, politics and culture, and translated Nepali news stories into English. Sir had more than 100 byline news stories published in such span of time. From there on till today, Sir is a contributing writer at Himal Khabar, Patrika Weekly Magazine, Republica Daily Kathmandu and Dehradun, India, where his duties included to write opinions and research articles on laws, constitution, citizenship, and social inclusion issues. Sir has more than 15 publications in many national and internationally renowned websites and journals, etc. I'd like to invite our esteemed guest to address us all with his valuable words of wisdom. Please, sir.
A very good morning. A very warm greetings to all the dignitaries present on and off the dais. I would like to extend my profound gratitude to my respected professor, Dr. Vijay Srivastav, who is the organizing secretary of this esteemed international conference. It's my privilege to be a part of this international conference. Basically, I'm not going to repeat whatever our respected Vice Chancellor sir and Dr. Chandra sir has explained. I would, as I'm from Nepal, I will not. I'm not going to discuss the provisions of under IPC or what kind of security concerns are there in India, and what are the legal mandates being adopted in India to combat those cyber security challenges. But my focus will be on Nepal. Basically, the contents, or you can say that the legal intents are more or less similar in Nepal and India. Only the sections number will be different, or the name of laws are different, but basically our laws are same. In regard to this cyber security concerns, see, once our information is being made public, which should not have been made, then it attracts some certain laws which are in the nature of infringement of right to privacy. So in the Constitution of Nepal, the Constitution of Nepal is the new constitution. We can say that the newest constitution of the world. It entered into force on September 2015. In 2015, the Constitution of Nepal came into force, and it's the seventh constitution in Nepal. The first one was adopted and enacted in 1948. And so far, we have repealed 6 constitutions. And under our new constitution, we have expressly guaranteed right to privacy as a fundamental right under Article 28 of the Constitution. This article provides right to privacy in relation to person, in relation to residence, in relation to property, documents, records, statistics, correspondence, reputation, as well as biometrics. It provides rights against the unauthorized intrusions. So it means that an individual has all right to prescribe the purpose and method of disclosure of information. We can say that a person, for example, Mr. A, can provide when and under what circumstances his private facts may be disclosed by Mr. B. This is a form of legitimate expectation of an individual, and it extends from the right to privacy that it extends from your bedroom to your workplace. So whatever information we want that information to be public, then it should be made. It should not be made public unless we authorize to do so. In Nepal, we can say that there is Individual Right to Protection Act 2018. This act has been brought into force to give effect to Article 28 of the Constitution of Nepal, which provides right to privacy. So there is a pertinent section which is of natural import. That is Section 3. It provides that every person has a right to privacy over his body, health, sexual orientation, reputation, medical condition, virginity, potency, pregnancy, and the likes. So this provision also outlaw fixing of CCTV camera in others' residence, toilet, or private places. This law also secures right to privacy in regard to biometric. So whenever there is a concern of biometric, then we in India we can find there is a provision for Aadhaar card, and the similar type of arrangement has been made in Nepal. Which in Nepal we don't use the term Aadhaar card, but we use national identity card. And while taking national identity card, we are required to present before the district magistrate's office, where our retina, where our thumb impressions, where our each and every details are recorded before the authority. So, but there is our law fails to initiate a debate on how, when, and what kind of surveillance on the cyberspace is the need of hour. This way, we can say that there is a cart before the horse approach. being made by the law of the land. Another area of concern is that we are receiving lot of thousands of emails every day from that is promotional emails which are of no use. They are just filling our inboxes. They are just consuming our time and energy. We have to invest our time in deleting those messages, or if we respond to those emails, we may fall into trap, which our previous speakers, our respected vice chancellor and Chandra sir has already explained. So in regard to this privacy issues in cyberspace, there are six things which I would like to make deliberation upon. There is a concept called identity theft. So this is one of the major challenges. It would constitute crime in the nature of fraud. There is a cloned profile. That cloned profile may be on the social networking sites, or even we can see its reflection in the journals as well. We can find the journal articles being published in cloned journals, which are of no use. In the age of digitalization, we can see another kind of this another area of concern, that who is to be held guilty for the user generated content uploaded on the social media. It's another area of concern which need to be addressed. See, there are given these concerns, we can see there is a kind of justification, there is a kind of exemption against which we cannot initiate an inquiry, or we can initiate a penal action. There is, for example, ISP, internet service providers, could not be held liable if I am going to make your personal information public on my Facebook account. So in that case, Mark Zuckerberg may not be held guilty for my act or omission. There is a if another area is that another area of justification could be the consent. If I'm giving consent to Mr. B to make my private information public, then Mr. B could not be held guilty for releasing my information or for making my private information public. There is this could be seen in voluntary non-fit injuria. Another concern could be that doctors would not be held liable for infringement of right to privacy of his patient if his patient has has given consent to the doctor to disclose his personal information regarding to his or her health. There is one more concern which is in the nature of justification, that is media privilege or parliamentary privilege or fair comment. In case we are making some fair comment, then in against that there could not be any action taken by the government. There is a case law. There are many case laws, but one case law which I find relevant to share is that is Campbell versus MNG Limited. It's the case of 2004, where the House of Lords has found the Daily Mirror newspaper of England guilty. See, in this case, the newspaper, that newspaper, Daily Mirror newspaper, carried a story about Campbell, where that newspaper disclosed an information that Campbell was a drug addict. Campbell was using drugs along with Campbell's private information. That newspaper carried an information that Campbell is consuming drugs. Then Campbell moved to the court, and House of Lords found the Daily newspaper guilty. In that case, so this case shows that to what extent you are allowed to leak the information, whether in the digital platform or in non-digital platforms. What sort of information you are allowed to release about a person's private affairs. So in England, there we can see that there is Human Rights Protection Act, Human Rights Act 1998. In that act, Section 9 and Section 8 and 10 prescribes the privacy concerns to the people. We can see in given these circumstances, what's required, what needs to be done in our case, that there is a leaking of emails, leaking of conversation, leaking of medical opinion, These are the cybersecurity concerns: cloned profile, identity theft, or hacking of data, hacking of someone's personal network. There is, why should we receive unwarranted promotional emails? This is also one major area of concern. Mass publication of facts, extensive use of cyberspace, but with poor internet literacy. Digital hygiene. See, unless and until we are succeeding to make our people aware about the cyber security, we are not going to come victorious in this digital world. So our attempt should be on to make the things not only hygienic in our kitchen, not only make hygiene at our workplace or at our home, but there should be a drive for making digital hygiene as well. So at the time, it's high time for initiating a dialogue or a debate on the cyber democracy as well. We have done much things on politico-economic democracy or socio-economic democracy, but least things have been done for promoting cyber democracy. We are living in the age of digitalization, and without making our people aware about how to use or what kind of data should be made public at the our social networking sites. So for that, we have to make our people digitally literate, and in that case, this could only happen unless and until we can make people aware about the concept of digital hygiene. So these are the issues which are not only of legal in nature but also social in nature. So 3 years of jail sentence is there in Nepal. Individual right to privacy act 2018 prescribes 3 years of up to 3 years of jail sentence, and up to 30,000 of fines, or both. These are the penal provisions which have been introduced under our Nepal's privacy law. But we are also receiving many cases, but not like India. That we don't have many case laws. Out of ordinary crimes, we can see that 0.5%, 1% of cyber crimes are reported. But in still, we can find that our people are not digitally aware. So we can see that how our leaders are criticized, how there is photos, that is, more photos are being displayed in the Facebooks or WhatsApp. We can find the poor. We can find the messages with poor content, messages which we cannot make, which we cannot read loudly when we are at the family settings, or when we are at the workplace. So there is one more area of concern in Nepal's case, particularly. There is a National Identification and Registration Act 2018, which is a legal drive like Aadhaar card in India. There are two pertinent questions in case of Nepal: that how long our Nepali state is going to retain the personal information and biometric of its people. This is the question number one. And in question number two, what I find that, what if a person doesn't want to be identified by his or her past family or past life experience? Our law demands that if a person approaches before the district magistrate's office to make his or her national identity card, then he or she should give information relating to his past life, relating to his divorce, how many times he or she was married, whether he or she is divorced or not. Like these sort of things, we need to provide this sort of information to our government officials, and those information get recorded. So this is a sheer violation of right to privacy. If a person doesn't want to say, if a person doesn't want to recall his past memories, or recall his bad experiences, then he or she should not be compelled to say. So this is a kind of sheer violation. That's why I have used the term cart before the horse approach. So above all this, the more there is digital hygiene, the lesser we would have cybersecurity challenges. So if there is a cyber crime, we have to report. and we have to be careful. If we are not going to report, then that things will be multiplying and multiplying, and we will be victimized and victimized. So thank you so much for inviting me. So with these words, I would like to conclude. All the best wishes. Thank you so much to my professor, Dr. Vijay Srivastava sir. Thank you so much to MET University faculty members, MET University entire management team for providing me this wonderful opportunity to be a part of this esteemed international conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Opportunities are like sunrise. If you wait for too long, you miss them. So take this opportunity and give it all you got. With this, we wish you all the participants best of luck and hope this exciting experience will not only broaden everyone's horizons of understanding, but will also leave lingering taste of togetherness, which will surely find a benefiting niche in your memories. Good luck to all. Have an amazing and fruitful event.
Thank you.
Now, sir, we will have another session, sir.
So thanks to Dr. Rakesh Chandra, thanks to Professor Mr. Jha, Jivesh Jha, who have very elaborately told about various aspects of cybercrime, cybersecurity, how we can prevent them, what are the existing laws, what are the existing methods. So thanks a lot to both of you who have spared your very valuable time. And now we can call off this session and go to the next parallel sessions, which are technical sessions. Thank you so much. We can now log out. Thank you. We close this session.